I'm here for a reason.
I believe it's a people's firm.
Our product is our people.
I definitely believe in this company. It's why I'm a partner here, and it's why I feel very strongly when I make referrals out.
A good, solid reputation.
I feel being a partner is being an owner and ownership in the firm, but not only that, feeling a part of a culture that I take pride in.
My whole goal in being here is to help people.
It feels great that, one, they need your help and that they trust you enough that they will value your input.
Well, I think part of it is, again, the commitment to client service. Our clients know that we care.
I do feel like we offer our clients more than just an audit or tax services.
We always say we want to understand your business, we want to understand you, and we want to understand your family.
It takes a lot less energy to work with good clients because you're having fun along the way. They give you lots of opportunity to do interesting things.
I never dreamed when I started in public accounting that I would be in Switzerland putting on the black coffee master's apron, smelling, cupping, and tasting coffee beans, all in the name for client service.
I think my best client experiences have always been those where I'm doing something other than talking about some technical issue or a financial statement.
And it's great when we can provide the solution ourselves, but if we can help them, engage somebody else for that solution, that's just as good.
And as long as the client believes you're adding value and they're happy at the end of the day, that's really the hallmark of accomplishment. You have added value.
Because I truly think every client, whether it was a small little tax return or a big corporate client, were my best client.
From my perspective, as long as Moss Adams is around, we're always going to have those smaller clients, and they're always going to be part of our fabric and part of our firm.
I really like that we've got the depth of knowledge and size to serve some of the largest clients, but we've also got the understanding and the know-how to serve some of the small emerging clients.
I think if you build a history and a reputation as a quality organization, you're going to attract that same kind of individual.
And what we're known for is really good people.
We've really built a great reputation where we are recognized.
I would think that with Moss Adams, we would want to see that the respect in the industry would be that our attention to detail and our client service mindset and the quality of our service is very unique regardless of what location you are.
Things we do really well. Things we don't do really well, we just don't do.
For me, the innovation really started back in the mid-'80s. President Bob Bunting introduced the whole concept of niching and specialization, industry specialization.
Well, there have been several times where you have to have tough meetings with clients. I always had good support from leadership, and sometimes when you have tough decisions, one thing you need to do is consult. And for the most part, we've always been on the same page. Serve the client, protect the firm.
Moss Adams has done a good job of allowing us to have a multitude of locations and have completely different markets, and we've successfully been able to manage that and do that.
Well, it often sounds trite, but I think it comes down to the people. We've always hired fabulous people, and we've been fortunate in that we hire people who fit into the culture very well.
The people you work with are really the best part of your job.
We've had just a number of funny stories happen over the years.
Sure enough, we run out of gas before we get to Afton.
And I literally had to have these two clients parked in front of the building and sit in their car and get them to sign it and take it out.
And so we had a great bonding experience in the early 80s with our famous toga party.
I'd say probably one of the most important mentors that I ever had was Russ Wilson.
John Hancock.
Art King.
Bill Carpenter.
Bob Bunning,
Steve McConnell,
Terry Slack,
Pete Cryer,
Jim Erickson,
Joe Karras,
Rob Greenspan,
Paul Tollison,
Tony Mackey,
Keith Reif,
Dave Freeman,
Derek McGowan.
And Russ was the first person who really told me that, you are in charge of your career, and within Moss Adams, you can do anything you want to do.
I think Ron Rothstein probably gave me more guidance. I didn't always listen, and I suffered for not listening.
That's, I think, what my mentors helped me with the most, was keeping me motivated, keeping me interested, keeping me moving forward when I just was having some really tough times and just needed someone to give me some encouragement.
One of the things I really enjoy about Moss Adams is they do embrace the change. If you can show there's a reason for doing something a certain way, either that benefits the firm, benefits the people, you're probably going to get an okay to go ahead and do it.
I feel like with Moss Adams, they care more about you as an individual, and they care more about you as a whole person.
Think of all the years I've been at Moss Adams. I never went to work. I went to enjoy the day.
As this being our 100th year shows, I think we're in for the long run.
You don't last 100 years unless you're about people.
Being able to say we've been around for 100 years will help us to continue to hire the best people.
I was a partner from 1975 to 2001, so obviously I liked the firm pretty well.
Moss Adams, for me personally, was just the greatest place you could ever be.
I can't see myself doing anything other than this.
I love what I do right now.
I love my job.
I'm very proud to say that I work at Moss Adams.
You don't retire because you can't afford to. You don't retire because you still love what you do.
We have great clients, we have great people, great leadership, and we're really set to enjoy the next 100 years for Moss Adams.